How's it going, my friends and neighbors? As an offended outcast says, I'm out strolling. I hadn't been out here in so long. I don't know what's going on. It's a beautiful day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It really is. I thought I would just get out and move around a little bit. What's going on with my body and what happens to elderly people is that you don't get out and start to move. You know, you got to move to get the muscles starting to work again. I'm going to go down here and try to walk up the sidewalk a little bit more. It's kind of like I said, guys. I mean, you know, I'm trying to rethink a lot of things in my life, and I really am. You know, because, you know, Nate, Peer Specialist Nate and I had more conversations, you know. Now, I don't know if they're trying to push me out of here or not. You know, I haven't got any AC or anything right now, and I think they're trying to push me out of here. And I'm starting to get a little bit cold here. That wind's a little bit blowing. I need to find a place to sit down. Let me go over here and find me a place to sit down. Now, they used to, over here, all this, it used to be really nice. I don't know, maybe they're waiting now for the late spring and summer for this. I used to walk all the way around here, and I used to walk it constantly. But, you know, I hear people, you know, telling me you need to get out and start walking more, and they're right, I do. You know, my legs are very, very weak right now because they haven't been used for anything. Now, when it comes to a change in your life, let me go over here and just sit down for a minute. I have to take breaks. Let me explain something to you guys. It is not my intention to try to twist people's arms to get you to go, oh, I want to go back to Jesus. I want to be a Christian. That's not my goal. My goal is to tell you that sometimes in your life, you've got to change the way you see your life. You know, let me sit down here right now, and I'll get back out and start walking again. Oh, Lord. Oh, I started to sit down there and I went, nope. Wow, look at all the bees. We got yellow jackets and everywhere. Springtime brings those bees out. I can't sit there. Where can I sit down at? You know, let me tell you something. Let me show you this over here. You're going to go, what? Yeah, let me show you something here. Oh, Lord, my glasses are falling down. Let me go over here for a minute. Now, like I said, senior citizens, you may be like me and just be wasted, tired, and your energy's gone. You sometimes have to force yourself just a little bit to get out and move around. It's good for the body, it really is. It's great for the body. Now let me walk down here. I'm trying to do a offended outcast vlog. You know how he's out walking, but this is what I have to look at, guys. This is what I have to look at. I don't have his beauty of all this land, and he can just look around. Now you can hear the birds, you know, and everything. You know, my goals, you know, my goal is to get out of here. I've been here long enough. I want me a small apartment, you know. Be able to have my daughter come over and see me and go, hey, Daddy, how are you? Are you feeling better? You know, somebody to love me and care for me, and, you know, you get to the point in your life, you've got to look at it and say, is what you're doing working for you right now? For me, no, it's not. It's not. You know, these girls that are making money off of sex work, and I'm like thinking, what am I getting out of it? Nothing. Nothing. Now, it's such a nice day today. I love springtime. It's one of my most favorite times. My hope is that my health gets better again. It really does. Now I want to show you this little area over here, and it angered me when I came here. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to skirt through here. You see, the biggest problem with walking when you're with a cane outside is everything is uneven. You can fall and bust your hip or something, you know. So I have to go very, very, very slow with my walk. I think Offended Outcast is younger than me. I think he's maybe in his early 60s. He's still got that walk in him. Now, I do want to go down to the park. I would like to go over here for a minute. They're over there working. You see, it's Monday, and everybody's out working. You know, you got maintenance staff upstairs, and you got this, and you got that. I just need a place to sit down. They don't have a lot of places out here to sit, which is kind of strange, because you would think that they would have little places set around to sit down and do things. Let me walk down here and walk through here. Living in the city, it does disrupt you. It does. I think a lot of people like to live uptown because they work uptown. Oh, I don't care. I don't know. I'm taking a break posting songs on Instagram because I go through so many problems, and I do. You know, guys, like I said, I'm just trying to get my health back together again. Oh, you see what I'm saying? I just almost slipped. When I'm going downhill, I lose my balance. It's not good. This is not good. Oh, man. I need some help bad. I really do. I need some help real bad. And you know, it wasn't that long ago. Oh, Lord. It wasn't that long ago. I was out here walking. I mean, I walked everywhere, all over the place. So I need a change in my life. I do. And I'm asking people, you know, this vlog may not get out. What I need to do is I need to start a business called American Bob. That's going to be my business I'm going to be starting. And you can do a sole proprietorship or something like that. I don't need to be a corporation. Once you do that, and then you set up your Google ad business, and then you move into getting monetized. Now I'm going to kind of walk very slowly here. And like I said, you'll see me come out and do more walks. And, you know, let me tell you something about Atrium and Novant. My gastrointestinal doctor, Dr. Shagar, and Erica DaCosta was kind of mean to me. I mean, come on, guys. You know, you have Novant and you have Atrium here in the Carolinas. Now, let me ask you a question. If you're going to one GI doctor, why not go to another one for a second opinion? She's saying that he may say something different. And I just don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go back to United Healthcare. I probably will. Now, it is kind of like I said, I just kind of, when you come out here and you're an old person, you don't have to try to run a marathon or something like that. You know, you're just walking. That's what you're doing. I think, doesn't Offended Outcast do this? He must have good arms, man. I have to get up close. My arms aren't that good. They aren't that good. Now, let me do this here. Now, the way I need to change, let me explain something. And Nate's right. Or what I call him? Yeah, peer specialist Nate. He's right. He said all your money's going towards tokens for those girls. And you know, you have to ask yourself, what are you getting out of it? I want to ask everybody right now, what are you getting out of life? I'm curious. Go ahead and make comments and tell me, what are you getting out of life? I'll tell you what I'm getting out of life. Nothing. Not a thing. I quit living life 3 years ago on the internet looking at girls doing sexual things to get me excited. And you know, I'm just going to say this over and over again. And really, I'm going to tell you this very quickly. Monday is not a great time to get out in the morning and walking because everybody's going back to work and they're all in a bad mood because they had a weekend. They had a weekend, guys, and they're going, it's Monday. I hate going back to work. Now I'm going to kind of stroll up here a little bit. I'm just doing a little slow stroll. You know, but it is kind of like I said, guys. I mean, I want to get away from doing this, what do you call it? Seroquel and trazodone to sleep. And it is like I said, Nate's right. He said, you spend way too much money buying these tokens and giving these girls tips. And he's right, I do. Way too much. And it's time for me to change my life. Now, like I said, going to a church I won't be able to do. I can do a virtual church on the internet for right now. And, you know, it's kind of like I said, the old 12-step fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous makes a statement that you will go back to your childhood religion. And they're right, you will. You know, it was the way you were raised and what religion you were raised in. I'm not one to say Christianity is the only religion and all others are false, but I'm just saying that the Christian religion was what I was raised. Now, I told you about my grandfather, Henry, and my grandmother, Oni, that I respected so much. I respect them so highly, I really do. You've got two people that were madly in love. Got married at 16, what did I say? 16 and 15 or 17 and 16, something like that. They got married, stayed married till death. Henry lived a scripted life as a man that was a provider for his family. And he did. His wife took care of the home, took care of the kids, cooked and cleaned, and took care of her husband. You know, and it is kind of like I said, we're in a life now, things have changed so dramatically, and it really has. Divorce rate now is well over 50%. I might be up to 70% now. You get married, you know, things don't work out, and you just say the heck with it and get a divorce. You know, I mean, my life, what I'm trying to do right now is just to change. And you see, this is what I have to live with in the city. A bunch of noise, cars, this and that. And it's very disruptive. You know, I want to move to an apartment somewhere a little bit further out. And I don't know. But I'm just strolling right now. That's all I'm doing. I'm just strolling. Now, I'm going to end this right now because I got to turn around and go back in. This is getting to be too much. Peace, guys.